going to be. This can be this this race between these two can get crazy.
So here we go. We are getting ready for the semifinals between EndySWE and Junkyard Dave. EndySWE, the current world record holder at 9:48, versus Junkyard Dave, the 5th place at 9:54, hosting with me, the mage by Valranium.
That's just fun every time. So here we go. EndySWE going at the climb here. It will be really interesting here to see how these players do it with this. Like, will they go? How fast will they go? Junkyard Dave, who has previously been doing those climbs kind of safe,
did
are now going at them really
jump
fast.
Over the zipper box? He didn't have zipper there.
I completely missed that. I was looking at Junkyard Dave.
Indy
I didn't even consider that.
The zipper box. I have not seen that.
Yeah, he must have. Yeah, because he's behind. But like, even if he's behind, it's still Junkyard Dave doing his. Like, I only seen Junkyard Dave. Junkyard Dave goes for a boost up those boxes instead. I don't see anyone else doing that. So nope, Junkyard Dave actually in the lead here, and EndySWE making some mistakes.
Actually, I'm not sure how much the lead is because the streams are not completely synced up.
Oh,
I actually think it's far closer. I think they're actually
EndySWE is actually in the lead. Oh, I didn't even see that. They're not synced.
Oh, and here we go. Here's the boom. There we go. They got synced up.
There we go.
And so yes, Indy is actually very slightly in the lead.
Nice. So EndySWE actually misses the zipper box, still in the lead. And yeah, it's just anything's like, I feel like so many times it comes down to like almost like hyping Endy like he's like immortal or something, but he is just crazy good at this game, so it's hard not to. But Junkyard Dave, like, I know Junkyard Dave has his eyes on the prize this tournament. Junkyard Dave is absolutely wanting to get that win. So both of these players are really going for it, and they're both really competent. So this is anyone's game.
The amazing thing about Indy was that match earlier today where he made a number of noticeable mistakes, still got sub 10. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah. So, but they're not. The difference is not that big. Going into the second boss room here. Oh, and they're both going for the fast kill. They both nailed the fast kill on the spaceship. And that kill they did there it's really hard to do.
I'd say that's
going
one of the
now,
tougher strat.
Yeah. So Junkyard Dave is behind like maybe 2 seconds or something. And yeah. Going into the toy factory here. Let's see how they both players do the boosts here. And they're opting to kill one of them and actually doing one boost. Junkyard Dave does the double boost.
Yeah, Indy actually goes
a little bit of a safe strat there.
Up throw on that first Jack in the Box. That's actually the strat he uses in the world record run. He does not do the double boost.
It is, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. So he tends to go into it with 2 hearts.
Yep. He does an up box throw on that first Jack in the Box rather than do the double boost.
And the clown boost. Ooh. And Junkyard Dave misses the clown boost.
Yeah, but it's not like he got hit backwards. He flat missed it.
Yeah. The thing about Andy dies to the box.
Wait, what?
Andy dies to the box. There's a reason I invented a strat to use. Yeah, like there's a reason I invented a strat to skip that box, but that box, it sucks. It's the literal devil. So Junkyard Dave here, actually in the lead, doing a very solid robot kill here.
Oh yes, very solid And so Dave is in the lead, and we'll see how much time that actually costs.
Yeah, I would say it's a pretty decent lead. So let's see, Junkyard Dave here at the balls. Let's see how he does the boost here. And he nails it. And the second one, double boost. Very solid, very good by Junkyard Dave. And he does the thing I do here also. He jumps here to spawn the ball faster. You see, he will jump above the first ball there. And a double boost also.
Yep. And so coming into the stage, I believe Dave had a 10-second lead because of that death from Indy.
Oh, it's that much, really?
Yeah.
But yeah, like we said before, like you have to remind yourself, like 10 seconds at this level is a pretty, like that's a hard that's a lot of time for EndySWE to catch up, even for Endy. But then again, everything can happen, and it all comes down to how tight these players are playing and what mistakes they make or mistakes they avoid. So we're at the kind of relaxed casino level here again. It'll be interesting to see how these players, because last game we'll watch that. I would say like one of the few hard parts if you want to do it super tight here is a fly coming up here. So let's see how Junker Dave does it.
I know Dave always
He goes for the box grab there.
He always goes.
That is actually kind of tight.
So.
Yeah. And I think Endy does the same thing actually.
I believe so, yep. And they both got it very, very nice. Both of them also getting the despawn of the bomb at the end of that level by killing that one anteater. It's still such a not anteater. Antlion. Anteater?
Yeah, it's a really strange thing. I don't think anyone is exactly sure why that happens, because some things that happen in this game you can be Endy writing 00 scrap. That's interesting why you wrote that. But the thing that is interesting about this game is some things you can figure out why they despawn, because they occupy like the same memory and stuff. But I don't think anyone has figured out exactly, to my knowledge, why killing that ant lion despawns one of the bombs. And you can actually despawn both bombs, but that is not something you can do and save time. So Junker Dave going into H here, and H will be interesting to see these two do. So the spawn here.
Especially, I'm very interested to see if Dave goes for the squirrel boost at the end of the climb, or if he plays it safe.
I don't think he's going to do it at this point, actually, because it's
not
hard,
against
like,
Endy.
No, and I mean, I think I've done that one the most times, and I did it in our race, but it's hard to get down consistently. Like, especially if you have, because you have to be so precise. Just a little bit of like nerves or anything will make you mess it up. So going into, yeah, Junker Dave still have a commanding lead at this point. And I don't think, like we have to, I think Junker Dave is holding the lead pretty decently. I don't think Endy is catching up considerably at this moment.
Not considerably, although I do think he's catching up a little bit, because I think it was about 10 seconds earlier, and I think it's closer to 8 seconds now. So just Endy's movement optimization is causing some minor time saves, but...
Yeah. I was expecting Endy to catch up, but as long as Junker Dave doesn't like make any major mistakes, it can continue like his normal like pattern. I don't think it's enough for Endy to catch up to him, because like Endy is really good at this game and he has really good times, but Junker Dave is also really, really good at this game. So as it looks now, I think Junker Dave has a pretty decent advantage, I would say. It might, worst case, it might all come down to the very, like so many times before in this tournament, coming down to Jay. Like, can these people hold these nerves? Can they like do everything without mistakes? And if they make mistakes, can they keep calm? And how safe will they play also? Because there are safety strats in the last level, but some of those safety strats will cost you a decent chunk of time.
I don't see either of them going for real safety strats. I think both are going to go for the fast axe boost. I think both are going to... Both have too much respect for their opponent to go for a safety strat here, I think.
Yeah, I think you might be right in that. Well, it's time to see. Junker Dave is the first into J here. Doing a boost of the first Rhino. I wonder how much time you save by boosting on that first Rhino and picking up an acorn here instead of destroying the box.
You know, I don't know. I see so many people throw the box. I thought boosting might be faster, but I guess it really depends on if you can get the timing on grabbing one of those acorns down.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going for it.
And see, one boost.
Oh, Dave got the fast
Slows
axe
down.
boost. He got the fast axe boost.
Yes.
Dave is going for it. Oh, he messes that up.
Oh my god! Dave! Oh, Jesus Christ, that's scary. That's so scary. Okay, keep calm. Especially Junker Dave. Keep calm. Okay, 2 hearts going into this part. So if you take a hit here, he has 1 run this tournament. He actually got hit by the last dino here. And yeah, I can say right now it's a win, and it's going to be a really good time. 9:58.99. That's a crazy good time. And he almost gave me a heart attack there with one of the crocodiles. Jesus Christ, that was scary. Very well played by Junker Dave, and also very well played by EndySWE.
10:09 from Endy, which is, from what we saw earlier today, that's the slowest one Endy has run today, and he needed.
Yeah,
he needed.
And you have to take into consideration, Endy is a player who has had the world record for a very long time. He's a very competent runner, and this time is 10 seconds slower than another time he had today. And Junker Dave, though, this is his by far fastest time this tournament.
Yeah, I think this is Dave's first sub 10 this tournament. I think yesterday, I think he said he got a 10:01 or a 10:02, but this is his first sub 10 in the tournament, whereas Endy has at least 4 sub 10s already this tournament.
Yeah. So just to remind everyone, we have the player to the right, EndySWE, is the current world record holder at 9 minutes, 48 seconds, 117 milliseconds. And the runner to the left is Junkyard Dave, and he has a record of 9 minutes, 54 seconds, and 210 milliseconds. Junkyard Dave representing Canada, and EndySWE representing Sweden. And this is the semifinals of the Chippendale No RNG any percent tournament. And yeah, these are 2 very competent players, and you can see here, like Endy, I think he really respects, he know Junkyard Dave is not like these are very competent players, both of them. This is anyone's race, and I know Junkyard Dave really has his eye on the prize. Junkyard Dave wants to win this tournament, and I know Endy wants to do too. So yeah, it's gonna be the second game now is going to be even more interesting.
Yeah, it's the pressure. Yeah. The pressure right now. You'd think, a loss would send Endy home. I actually think the pressure here though is on Dave, because I think Dave saw Endy's runs earlier today and thought, I don't know, a 9:58 could have actually lost against at least 2 of Endy's other runs today. Actually, I think 3, if not all 4. And so,
yeah, but then again, of course, Junker has some pressure here, but I mean, Endy, he also has some pressure. I think he's aware, he's a very hype runner. People know he's really good, so he has the pressure of the people are expecting him to win in many ways because he's has such a commanding world record on this game, and I think that's also a kind of pressure in a way.
Very much so. I can agree with that. A Canada versus Europe Cup. That's been called literally, I think, the final 8. Super Big Kmart. Everyone from the final 8 runners were either from Canada or from Eastern/Northern Europe.
Yeah.
Because it's Poland, Sweden. I
also want to point out something.
Norway and Canada.
Yeah, something why I have it in mind is that it's not important in any way, but it's also interesting that Junker Dave is the only player I know of that has a different font on his live split for some reason. Everyone else has the standard live split. He has opted out to have a more stylized live split font for some reason. I'm not sure if that gives him any advantage in the runs, but he has a more stylized live split, I would say.
Yeah, I hadn't actually noticed that, but you're right. Everyone else uses this standard rounded, and his is a lot more squared off, kind of older style numbers with no rounding.
Yeah, it's a more digital style. And he also has different colors. So we are going to, I'm going to do
So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the second race of the semifinals in the Chippendale tournament. Any percent, no RNG. We have EndySWE, the current world record holder, versus Junkyard Dave, the 5th place record holder.
It's just fun every time. I can't stop. Yeah, the more you tell me to stop, the more I want to do it.
Yeah. Is that RoboCop?
So let's see. They're going into the race here, and we have the climbs here. And with that, both players have cleared the scary climb. So no big mistakes on the first climb.
Nope.
And
Indy
the timers are pretty well aligned.
was slightly ahead just because I think Indy's climb is absolutely insane.
Yeah, I think one of the things, like if you watch Endy's world record or Endy playing this game, one of the notable things is like he does many things really good, but where noticeable is his climbing. Like Endy can climb in a way that it almost looks like he's sitting up, because he times the jumps perfectly, and that makes him just fly up. And he's very good at doing that consistently. So we have EndySWE at a slight advantage here going into the second level.
Yes, I'd say about 1 to 2 seconds. And I agree, Mary. Indy makes those climbs look like, oh, well, you can just zip right on up them. And then you get to playing it and you get stuck on a jump or you're jumping extra slow. It's like, how does he do that?
You have to take into consideration, like, a small mistake when you're trying to do it that tightly will result in you, best case, losing some time by falling, like not reaching another post. Or worst case, thinking you land the final jump is the worst thing you can do. Because if you mistime the final jump and actually didn't land on the platform and turn right or left, you just fall to your death. So that is the disadvantage, especially in the first part here.
And I think we saw Dave take a loss in his he didn't lose the race, but we saw him take a death in his very first race of the tournament on one of those climbs.
Yeah, Junker Dave has, because Junker Dave is playing, like, I think he's one of the players that's kind of gunning it in many ways. He took a death in the first climb. He has also died to the very last crocodile once. Both players nailed that. Let's be honest, it's a hard climb, but both players nailing it. But Junker Dave also has died one run to the very last crocodile on the J stage.
And that death is just, that's devastating. It's a good maybe 40-second time loss, 30-40 seconds, and it's right as you think you're about done. Dying on that last crocodile is absolutely demoralizing.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And I mean, like we said, J stage is special. Like it's considered one of the harder parts of the game. And it's not only that it's a really hard stage with a lot of things going on. You also have to take, like I said plenty of times, being the last stage really pulls on the nerves. We've seen plenty of players and runs where you can see the players being nervous. Junker Dave doesn't fail the clown boost this time. He nails it. And EndySWE picking up a box here. I thought he was actually doing it, but he goes for the kill instead. So EndySWE in a slight lead here.
Yeah, I think Indy does. I mean, it seems like during the tournament, he's kind of done that based on feel. Like, if he just doesn't feel quite right doing it one way, he does it the other. Oh my!
Oh, I was just saying EndySWE is crazy close to the robot there. Like, the closer you get to the robot, the faster you can throw the ball back. But that also means, like, you have to react faster for the throw. And yeah, it takes a hit there. And that means Junker Dave is actually in the lead.
Yes.
Takes a hit, but that's possible, so that's okay. Does a boost and calm down.
And now we are much closer.
Junker Dave
I
is in a
think
slight
Indy
lead.
got Yoka boost, whereas Dave took a hit early and only was able to do half.
Yeah, because the thing is, even if you miss that boost, you lose some time. But the advantage is you still spawn the next ball, so you kind of get a good time in there. So it's kind of one of the decently forgiving techniques that you can do here. And Junker Dave doing a real solid run, and EndySWE also. I think Endy caught up like a smidge in this level, but Junker Dave still in a lead.
Yes, Dave's lead.
Okay, so this is
2 seconds.
Yes. Going into G, like we said again, this is a pretty calm level. I don't expect any of the players to make any big mistakes here. There's the thing about this level is also like there's very few parts where you can make big mistakes. There are also very few points where you can actually save some time. So I expect Junker Dave to have about the same advantage coming out of this level as going into it.
Did Indy miss menu? Someone's saying Indy mismenued in the map and like went backwards at first. That is... Holy moly,
Was it because I said
watching...
I expected both players to go into the level after this in the same time?
I guess I take the map screen so for granted. I was already watching Dave's and didn't even see it.
No, I wasn't watching, and this like I have no idea if that happened or not, but he has fallen behind for sure. So something has happened. Yeah, he has for sure fallen behind. So scratch what I said earlier about Junkyard Dave having the same time. Junkyard Dave is actually extending his lead after the casino level.
Yeah, Dave is now up, I believe, by 3 seconds.
So Miri is saying here, he went right, then left, then to G. So
I mean,
that's very interesting.
I mean, that's better than if he had gone up, because then he would have entered E, and it would have been over.
Yeah, that would have been a run. But the advantage is you never go up. Like there's no level where you press up. So okay, so we're going into H here, and this can be this. Oh, this is fucking. Oh, God. Jesus, I have to be careful. This is tense. This is crazy tense. Junkyard Dave going into the climb first here, opting for the safer normal boost here, strat here.
And Indy is going.
And EndySWE.
Indy mentioned this that since he learned he hasn't been practicing a ton for the tournament, that he still does the right side boost. His world record is the middle climb, but he spent so much time the right hand side of the climb was for years the predominant pathing on it, and so he still does right side climb because it's what he's most comfortable with as far as his muscle memory.
Yeah, and it is kind of rusty. Like I think when we started this tournament, he said he had to find like his game or something. I think he mentioned he hasn't played Chippendale. Last time he played it was in like October for some kind of like smaller tournament or something. So he has some rust.
Best of
yeah, but then again, Junkyard Dave has also been playing like because both of these players are running Batman. I think Junkyard Dave has been playing a lot of Batman recently. I haven't seen him stream any Chippendale. And like we mentioned before earlier, most of the runners have streams of their own. So EndySWE has a stream. Junkyard Dave also has a stream, and I've checked out both of these streams, and I would really recommend them. So if you want to check them in and follow them, you are more than welcome. Me, the Mage Pie, and Valoranium also have our own streams. You are more welcome to check them out also. And this goes for most of the runners. So if you want to do that, you're more than welcome. So
yes, I would say follow every runner in this tournament.
Yeah, I would really recommend that. It's always fun for everyone. And the VODs from I want to mention also, the VOD from the tournament yesterday, if you didn't see it, is also out. So check that out. Okay, so going to the centipede, I expect both players to do because this is not that hard if you're really good at it. So both of these players will nail the 2-cycle kill here. And EndySWE does it a little faster, actually.
Yes. And also we have a Batman celebrity in chat. Stans is here. And for those of you who don't know, there is a Batman Chase for the Record coming up, featuring both Dave and Indy, as well as Stans and Dexter. However, that is not right now. Right now we have Jay.
We're going into the J level here, and about 3 seconds, I would say. Junkyard Dave is in the lead with about 3 seconds, going into the Weasel room here, and here it will lag a little bit, and he fixes it no problem. That means he has 3 hearts to the boost, and EndySWE also does it perfectly and has 3 hearts for the axe boost. Junkyard Dave actually makes a mistake.
Oh no!
No! Junkyard Dave actually makes too big a mistake on the axis. Sadly, he dies. And that means unless EndySWE makes a mistake at the last part here, it will be... That's so sad to see. Junkyard Dave has been in the lead for such a long time. So EndySWE, the last part here, he has 1 health, and will he fix this? No problem. And he's going into the boss room. So unless he messes up Batcat here, this run will go to EndySWE. And that is it. At 9:59, Junkyard Dave coming into the final part here with... That would have been a really good run for Junkyard Dave also. That could have been... I think that could have been like a PB almost.
10:14, yeah.
Closing in at 10:14.
If Indy was a 9:59 and Dave was ahead, Dave would have been probably about a 9:55, 9:56 pace. So almost a PB.
Yeah, I mean, man, that's such a shame, but... Oh, God, yeah, that's a shame. We get to see a third race between EndySWE and Junkyard Dave here, and like I said again, the third, like the final level here, J stage, is a nightmare for all the players here, especially with getting this tense now. So we have both these players coming in for a final race. Good God. Oh, this is crazy. This is actually crazy.
The paces in both of these runs between the two have been insane. Both of them have managed to get basically like a 10-10, 10-15 time with a major death, while the other pulled in a sub 10. I mean, this is top level play right here.
Yeah, this is definitely top play, because like we can see here very clearly, both of these players are definitely pushing each other. Like that, like what is happening here at the J stage, that is, I would almost guarantee those are effects of these players getting pushed by each other. Like they know, I don't know if they're watching each other's like the stream or if they have any idea where they're at, but they can probably feel like the other player being right in front of them or right behind them. So yeah.
All right, well, we got game 3 coming up here.
Oh, this is flipping tense. I don't know. This is gonna be crazy. If this becomes a super tight race again, like it is going to be nerve-wracking. So stay tuned for this. This is going to be something. This is definitely going to be something interesting to see. Oh man, Jesus, I'm like.
No, it's tense, man. You better have your bleep button ready here.
Yeah, I'm trying to have it at hand, but sometimes it just slips out me without me even having the bleep. So it's. I mean, I try to use it when I need it.
I think it's understandable. This has been absolutely insane, and I mean, when the excitement gets you, the excitement gets you. You just can't help it.
Yeah, and I mean, if we look at that race they had right now, if Junkyard Dave hadn't made the mistake there with access, and Andy also made a small mistake, we would have had both players finishing that run in a sub 10 time. And just so people know, like a sub 10 time in this game is hard.
So we are going at it for the final race between Junkyard Dave and EndySWE, the semifinals of the Shipment Hill tournament. We have me, the very hyped the Mage Pie, and equally hyped Valranian.
Jesus Christ. Like, okay, Andy makes a small mistake at the climb there from the beginning. He actually mistimes his jump, and he misses the zipper again. Is he skipping it, or is he missing it? Like, is he purposely skipping it?
I don't think he's purposefully skipping it, but I don't think there's any advantage to skipping zipper there, so I'm assuming he's just mistiming the jump.
But the thing is, like the zipper box there, for those who don't know, if you jump, the reason people just don't walk into it, if you jump and land at the left side of the box, you actually get to keep zipper longer, and you need it if you want to just safely kill the dog just before the last climb. The thing is, there's also a strat you can do where you take zipper early and just jump on a box and land. So it's really interesting to see that happen 2 times in a row. So Junkyard Dave slightly behind, EndySWE coming a little bit faster. No, actually decently faster, I would say. It's about 2 seconds almost. You can see EndySWE's timer turned red, summoning some kind of power, I guess. So going to the second stage, EndySWE has the slight advantage over Junkyard Dave.
Still both. I'm very interested. I'm very interested to see how a stage D goes. Indy has had a couple of errors in stage D in each match. He had the death in the first match, and then he actually had that miss grab on the ball throw on the boss last match. So stage D has not been treating Indy well.
No, I saw a chat member here writing type, because Andy has a tendency to chat also, so Andy will chat here recently, and he asked how can he chat, and the thing is there is a slight delay to the stream. So what happens is when they're all pause screens, Andy will sometimes type in chat, So he's not he's not typing with his feet or anything like that. So EndySWE having advantage here going into the spaceship, and both players as usual going for the faster kill. And this going kind of slow there.
And Dave actually
Younger
missed
Dave actually
one of the
missed
throws, and has to go for the backup.
The thing is, EndySWE did the faster kill, but he did it very slow. So I don't think Younger Dave lost a considerable time there, because EndySWE killed the robot almost furthest to the left, and Younger Dave kills it just when he spawns at the top. So not a huge difference, I would say. And once again going for the kill.
It would be interesting if Indy learned to type with his feet, so that he could type in, but as he was running.
That is like, or do a 2-player run. You could do one run with. I've seen there's people who run. I think it was like a joke stream at GDQ, like 2 players running Chip and Dale 2 with 2 controllers each that had taped to each other to be able to play both controllers.
Yep.
And nails the boost.
One player, 2 controllers was an interesting run. Oh,
yeah.
Dave,
I was going to say, hope Junkyard Dave. It's lucky that you avoid cut me off there, because I was going to say, hope he just doesn't fail the clown there, because now I can't be blamed because I didn't have time to say it in time.
I cut you off before you were able to commentate or curse him.
Yeah, so it's actually a good thing. That means I don't have to feel responsible for that. So hope Endy doesn't fuck up the robot, or mess up the robot here.
Both have a pretty solid robot kill. Unfortunately for Dave, though, with Indy having a strong D, that's where he's messed up on both the other runs. So
yeah, I hope chat can forgive me for sometimes not remembering to press my button. But this is an exciting race, so I hope I can be forgiven for it slipping out occasionally. It happens to the best of us. So going into the F climb here, EndySWE, and Junkyard Dave is a couple of seconds behind.
Yes, Marth, an extremely strong D. Both of them were going very hard at it.
I think Junkyard Dave actually didn't do his best F climb here also, so I think he lost additional time here.
I mean, I think
no, and it doesn't have to die at this point. I think there's plenty of like.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay. You can cut him off in time. I think that, and it doesn't really have to die. It just, I think it would be enough. No, actually, he has a. You might be right. Actually, it might require a death at J. But no, there's plenty of stuff that can happen. Like the squirrel, like if I'm going to curse, the squirrel at H still hasn't claimed anyone. And I mean, that squirrel is notorious for accidentally taking people.
Also, I think someone in chat just called you Norwegian.
Me Norwegian? No, I'm Swedish, so luckily I'm not Norwegian. I'm the same nationality as Endy.
And Miri would like to remind us that Miri did get killed by that one squirrel in H. And so one soul has been claimed. Yes.
Oh, I thought he died to the second one. Oh, it killed his PB pace. Oh, okay. The flower symbols, if you collect enough of them, you spawn an extra life. So they are not useful in any way for the runners.
It's not useful in solo. However, the co-op run actually routes the flowers down because the co-op run uses a ton of death abuse, and so they actually need the extra lives.
Yes, that is very true. So go into the H level here. Junkyard Dave is, like said before, still a decent amount behind. It is an Andy doing the climb here, very solid, going for the, like, I can even say old school right route. Junkyard Dave doing the left one. Both players doing very decent climbs there, I would have to say. Solid pick up of the box there. Yeah, the small mistake, but it doesn't. Whoa! Andy dies!
I saw him post something in chat, and I was wondering what was going on. And
Oh, and that means Junkyard Dave is back in the lead. EndySWE, but the amount of time EndySWE is behind is less than the time Junkyard Dave was behind. So now we really have... Okay, here we go. So, Junkyard Dave is back in the lead, going into the I stage.
It is
okay, so...
I think it's about a 5-second lead for Dave right now.
Oh no, this is going to be horrendous. This is going to be this. Oh my god.
And that's I don't think I have seen that death in the tournament yet. Like, I don't know.
No, that's a very
Indy's like robotic implants had a misfire there.
Yeah, that's a very like I think Endy pointed out during another part of Sonar stream that there are plenty of places in the game that they might look easy, but you can mess them up, and that is such a part. Like jumping into that part there is not really like super perfect, so you have to like it's not super easy to land it. And I mean, with a little bit of nerves and a little bit of something, you can mess it up, like what sadly happened here. So it's really sad for EndySWE, but then again, for us who are watching, it means the race is definitely on again.
Both of them looking really good on the Caterpillar and both getting the quick kill there.
Yes.
And I agree, Miri. He hit the one like doppelganger alien, and it just looked like that slight hit there threw off his timing for the rest of that part.
All right, so we're going to JC. This is the semifinals of the Chippendale tournament, and we have Junkyard Dave to the left in a slight lead from current world record holder EndySWE. Going to Weezer room, and this is going to be nerve-wracking. Let's see if can both players do this without making any mistake. Junkyard Dave going for boost.
Dave gets the quick axe on the first one,
and he nails the boost, going with one heart. So he has one heart up until this stage. As long as
Dave going for the...
Dave actually had problems there last time. And this means he's safe currently because he picking up that. So he has this acorn in that box. So he has back to 3H. Doing the boost. Killing the crocodile. Killing the second weasel. 2 HP going into this part. So he can take one hit and he's still cool.
Going in here.
And Junkyard Dave going into the Fat Cat level with a deciding lead. And this tournament, like this semifinals, will go to Junkyard Dave closing at 10:01, and EndySWE closing in at 10:07.
I mean, Dave is a very, very good runner, and I think we all knew he had a chance. At the same time, I think everyone came into this with the way Indy was running earlier today, expecting Indy to take this match.
Yeah, like exactly. But EndySWE is like absolutely seeded to win this. But like I said before, Junkyard Dave, he's kind of like I would say like he has had his eyes on winning this tournament, and Junkyard Dave has been a big part in arranging this tournament in many ways, also in plenty of ways, holding all this together. So he has had his eyes on the prize, and I bet he's so hyped winning this semifinals versus EndySWE. And I want to point out both of these players did such good races. Like both close in at amazing times at different races here. And this was a best out of 3 that came to the very last level. This is crazy actually. So yeah, amazing. Totally amazing. And both of these racers, like I said before, has their own separate streams. So does the players who have played before, and so do we are casting. Stay tuned, and we will continue this Chippendale tournament with the second semifinals coming down between. Who do we have Valoranium coming in for the second semifinal?
We already did the second semifinal because it was Moo Mooney versus Steel Thunder. We're going to the final.
I'm so hyped. I'm like losing my mind here.
Yes, it is.
Right, both like oh god, yeah, I forgot it because that semifinal didn't have like a closing end because sadly Mumuni had to leave, right? So I that's why I forgot it, because I don't remember like the end of it.
So we're gonna have Junkyard Dave versus Steel Thunder in the finals here.
That is exactly right. And that is going to be something. That is, we have Junkyard Dave with a personal best of 9:54. We have also Steel Thunder with a time of 9:59. And both of these players has been putting out really good time in their separate races. So this is going to be at least as exciting as what we just saw. Yeah, either can win for sure. For sure. Like the finals is going to be super tight for sure. Those are two very competent players going at each other. So that is definitely going to be something to behold.
I agree. This is not over. Steel Thunder was putting in some very, very consistent work earlier.